Good morning, everyone listening here from a sunny but cool Johannesburg. So, today I am bringing you a report not from South Africa but from the UK, where Saltus Partnership Programs and LEK Consulting, it's two um, companies in the UK, they did a survey across financial planning firms and they compiled what they call a financial planning growth index report. Now, this makes for fascinating reading to see what is happening with financial planning firms in the UK. So, at first glance, after the survey that comes out of this report, the mood is surprisingly positive. A strong 74% of these firms said that they are confident about growing their revenue in the next 12 months, up from 70% previously. And it's not just talk. Expectations for growth are rising across the board. Some firms expect about 5 to 10% growth in assets under advice, and then there are more that are even anticipating double-digit growth. Why are they so positive? Client inflows remain strong, so things look good, but dig deeper and the story becomes more nuanced. So regulation and compliance, just as in South Africa, is the biggest challenge for these companies in the UK. It doesn't stop there. Economic uncertainty is rising, operational costs are high, and political intervention even there continues to create concern. But perhaps the most interesting insight is what's happening inside these firms. Many financial planners are now wearing multiple hats, and I think many of our independent and smaller financial planning firms can relate to this. 41% are doubling as compliance officers. 28% are taking on technology and technological responsibilities. Others are handling HR, marketing, and other issues. So this role creep to your financial planners is becoming a structural issue, reducing time for clients, and it's increasing operational risk. And firms are growing, as I said, through client referrals and networking. So relationships still dominate even though technology is involved. What do clients actually care about? They asked the firms what their clients are asking for. Top concerns from clients, same as in South Africa, retirement planning, estate planning, and intergenerational wealth planning. And now this was one of the most interesting things that I read in the report. Although it is the UK, there are some interesting shifts in the margins because also there more clients are considering moving abroad. So it's not just a South African issue. Concerns about cost of living is still an issue, and cybercrime for clients is a very big issue that also affects the financial planning firms. AI was, of course, mentioned, but in a positive way. It isn't disrupting advice. In this survey, it comes out that it's quietly enhancing it. 42% of firms see technology investment as the biggest driver of future efficiency. So AI in their world is streamlining paperwork, supporting planning processes, and freeing up advisor time. But what it's not doing is to replace the human, to replace the advisor. In fact, 70% of firms expect no change to headcount due to AI. So it's augmenting, not replacing human experience. Then the question was, what will shape the next 5 years? The answer is more of the same, but intensified. The biggest drivers identified are still technology and AI, ongoing regulation, and structural pressures like advisor supply, especially younger advisors, if I can relate it to South Africa, and also capacity. So advisor time is still the most valuable resource. This is a fascinating study to read. Although it's the UK, I think you can relate most of it back to South Africa. And it shows the real lived everyday experience of our financial planners that we also hear from. So on that note, our registrations for our retirement and investment masterclass is still open. So anybody who will be interested in maybe finishing that masterclass to finalize your last few CPD hours. Remember that you only have until the end of May to upload, if you are registered, both your FSCA CPD, but also your FPI CPD. If you have any issues, please contact us at membership@fpi.co.za to help you with that. And on that note, we will speak again next week.